Brad Stamps and Darius Bowman ended up with the same yardage in receiving this year. Ray looking deep, but goes over the top. And again, Calvin McCarty out of the backfield this time picks up about half the first down yardage. Looks like about 4 yards from here.
To the inside, which means in that situation, he should have taken Fraser and let the outside guy with the longer path go.
Damon Duvall, again, a good number this year on the punts, and Larry Taylor this time weaves his way to the 32-yard line, a 44-yard kick. Drew Tate, who...
So it looks like Lewis is going to be back in this football game. That's a big boost for the Stampeders offense, Rod.
Yes, absolutely. Calvin McCarty. Do get to the West Final. You wonder if he will be available next week, but first things first. Over the top for Calvin McCarty. Hasn't seen as much time out of the backfield, certainly this year, with Jerome Messam's involvement. But Calvin McCarty has always been one of those dependable, especially second down players.
Yeah, and one of the things that makes him so valuable is his ability as a receiver. As the last play illustrates, he lined up as a tight end, a double tight formation. A guy who's there not just capable as a blocker, but also catching the football.
Eskimos take a minute off this clock in this drive. Inside their 45-yard line. 1st and 10 again. Calgary defense has to come up with some plays now. Ray, play action. Little dump toss to McCarty. Cut down by Eric Fraser. 5-yard gain. 3-minute warning. Eskimos nursing a 7-point lead in the West Division semifinal. 6-19 the score. Joseph hands off. McCarty touchdown. There is a flag on the play.
Well, very possible that the defense lined up offside in a short yardage situation.
It will be an Eskimo touchdown.
Offside. Calgary number 28. Illegal procedure. Illegal formation. Edmonton. No end.
No, maybe not.
Replay the down at the 1-yard line. First down.
So they'll replay the down. The only hope the Stampeders have here is if there is a bobble, if there is some sort of strip. Crazier things have happened.
Well, that's why, in a way, I'm surprised to see Edmonton not just go with the quarterback sneak with Kerry Joseph from the 1-yard line. I mean, the more exchanges of the football you have, every one of those is an opportunity for the ball to be lost.
He hands it again, and another flag. Touchdown, McCarty. Again, both sides of the field, flags fly.
Illegal formation. Edmonton. No end. Offside. Calgary number 98. We will replay the down.
This is getting repetitive.
First down.
It's turned into Groundhog Day.
It has. It's taking a little longer than Cavis Reed would like to hammer that nail in the coffin here. Check formations, and once again it's McCarty. 3rd time, confirmation, touchdown, and confirmation, Edmonton. You can start booking your tickets for Vancouver and the West Division Final.
Well, they went to the same play 3 times in a row. The Stamps didn't stop it. Calvin McCarty plows it in. BC boy going home next week.
May have a bigger role in that offense next week, too, depending on the health of Jerome Messam. So it's going to be a team that started 5-0. The Eskimos against a team that started 0-5 with a remarkable turnaround. The BC Lions in the West Division Final next week. And the Gladiator
East semifinal, but we'll check out the Battle of Alberta Stamps Eskimos in the West final. There's a little trash talking going on before the kickoff. Meantime, the Grand Prairie Warriors high school football team on hand as the honorary 13th man after 4 members of the team tragically lost their lives in a car accident October 21st. To the game now, Drew Tate took over as starter from Henry Burris in Week 17. Now 8-3 Stamps for the second.
Drew Tate fumbled the football. The Eskimos have it. It's Munoz. He's off to the races. He's not going to be caught. Damaso Munoz to the end zone. Touchdown, Eskimos.
Damaso Munoz returns the fumble, 77 yards. Kenyon Rambo has a few words for his quarterback. It's 10-8 Edmonton. Eskies next possession. Canadian Jerome Messam questionable for the game with a lower body injury. Right here, scampers in for 7 yards for the score, 18-8 Edmonton. Later in the quarter, Tate flush from the pocket, trying to scramble for the first down. Awkward slide. He was slow to get up. At the half, John Huffnagel lets his quarterback know Henry Burris will be coming in to start the second half. Now 26-15 Edmonton in the third. Ray dumps off the Messam, but he's upended by Demetrius Morley. The Brampton, Ontario native goes down hard. Messam had to leave the game, did not return. More on that in a moment. Meantime, in Vancouver, members of the BC Lions waiting to find out who they will play in the West final. They won't have to wait long. To the fourth quarter we go. Calgary driving. Burris to Nick Lewis, but he drops it. The Stamps would have to settle for a field goal to make it a one-score game. Under 2 to play. Derek Schiavone, 46-yard attempt. Bad snap, it falls short, gives Calgary a glimmer of hope. So the 2010 most outstanding player takes over with less than 2 to go, but after a pair of incompletions.
13-yard line for a first. 3-man rush. Burris is down. The Stampeders are down and out.
The sack results in a turnover on downs. Calvin McCarty plunges in from the 1 to put the game out of reach. In what could be Burris' last game as a Stampeder, he goes 7 for 15, 75 yards. And the Edmonton Eskimos are going on to the West Division Final with a 33-19 victory. Now, Jerome Messam, who finished the game with 9 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown, will be evaluated this week. Right now listed as questionable for the West Final. G. Roy Simon, not a fan of the hit whatsoever, tweeted, just saw the hit on Messam. That was BS. Hashtag coward. No need to hit a guy low when he has his back turned. That was the Stampeders' first loss since Drew Tate took over as Calgary's starting quarterback. Now Ricky Ray on how the Edmonton Eskimo defense gave them a boost.
For them to force that turnover and turn it into a touchdown, I mean, that was a huge momentum shift because, you know, it kind of got us going offensively as well. And we finished with a strong second quarter. And, you know, our defense just continued to play well. Holding them the field goals in the second half was huge.
We just played together tonight, man. You know, we got a good group of guys and good leadership, man. We just put it together, man, and the score shows it.
We ran the ball very, very well, especially in the first half. You know, but we had the 2 turnovers that prevented some good things happening or better things happening.
We talked about all week that, you know, we got to be on top of our game, and, you know, we got to be mentally sharp and, you know, not have the type of errors that we had, you know, especially that killed us tonight.
So the Eskimos will travel to Vancouver to take on the BC Lions in the West Division Final. You can see that one Sunday on TSN, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Both teams finished the regular season with identical 11-7 records. The Lions won the season series 3-1 over the Eskimos.